Hey, it's Catherine here. I hope you're doing well on this Tuesday morning. I am here with my Q&A, as I am every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central European time. So I have two questions as usual that I'll answer for you today. So today we're going to talk a little bit about, well, the first question here is, what exercises should I do to lose my belly fat? Well, that's a good question. And that's one that I get often as well from my clients. So I'm so sorry to disappoint you, but there's no specific exercise that you can do to lose your belly fat. They just don't exist. So you cannot spot reduce. That's the first thing that I'm going to tell you. You cannot spot reduce something by just working out, for example, your abs. Okay, so you might be thinking that I should do 100 abs or sit-up crunches, whatever, each day, and then I will lose the belly fat. It's not how it works, unfortunately. So the most important thing that you can do to lose your belly fat is actually not the exercise, but it's in the kitchen. So it's actually your nutrition. It's what you put inside your body, because that is when you will gain or lose fat, actually. So if you are in a calorie surplus, you will gain weight, right? And if you're in a deficit, you will lose the weight. So the very best thing that you can do is to have a look at your nutrition. How are you eating? Because you want to be in a deficit, calorie deficit. It's actually mathematic, okay? Just to try to simplify it a little bit. If you want to gain weight, as I said, you need to be in a surplus. And if you want to lose weight, you need to be in a deficit, caloric deficit. And how can you figure this all out? Well, there are multiple things that you can do, but the things is that you need to understand what is your daily expenditure of calories. Because when you know that exactly, then you can start figuring out how much you should eat, the less or more that you do regularly. And then also, I'm a nutrition coach, and normally maybe people would tell you it's all about surplus and deficit, but it's also about the quality of the foods that you're eating. You're eating loads of sugars or flour, white flours, fried things and so on. Maybe you should cut back a little bit on that. And I would say focus on vegetables. Just fill your plate with vegetables. They fill you up. They give you fiber. Fiber is so important to stay full as well. Protein, you have to have the right amount of protein, and so on and so on. So the best exercise to get rid of your belly fat is actually to practice mindful eating, if you want, and healthy eating as well. So start looking at your eating patterns. What I would recommend you to do to figure out, what you are eating, how you're eating, and how you can improve it is actually to keep a diary. Just do it you can do it 3 to 4 days. Write down everything that you are eating. Because that way you will start to be conscious about what you're actually putting inside your body. And remember all the things that you're eating between meals as well, because especially, the snacking, it can take overhand. And that is where those extra calories will come in a lot of the time. So that's my recommendations, not so much about doing all the abs, but looking to your nutrition, okay? So the second questions that I got here is, and that I also get often with my clients is, but Catherine, if I work out with weights, won't I get bulky? No, you won't. It's a myth, okay? Because you'll get bulky if you're on steroids, okay? So the bodybuilders that you see out there, and I'm sure you have seen those women that are really, really huge bodybuilders. First of all, they're working out maybe two times a day, okay? And most of them, sorry to say, but they're taking something to get there, because it's really, really tough to get so bulky. You want to do strength training right now, because I've talked about it so many times. It's about bone density as well. It will help you, especially when we start losing that bone density with age. It will make you gain muscle mass, yes, but the volume of a muscle. So if you have 1 kilo, imagine you have 1 kilo of muscle mass, and you have 1 kilo of fat, the volume of the muscle is much smaller. Now I'm putting up my hand like this. This is not actually what it's like, but just to have a reference, some kind of reference. If this would be a kilo of muscle mass like this, and then the fat would be bigger. Okay, I hope you understand and get the picture. The volume is smaller. So that's better, right? But anyway, it is tough to build muscle mass as well. And you also want to be eating when you want to build up your muscle, because they need energy and they consume energy as well. That's why we want them, right? We want to have muscle because they burn energy when you're not using them. So that's what I love about them. So I work out 4 times a week, and I don't think I'm bulky, am I? I would love to be a little bit more bulky. Anyway, so don't be afraid of the weights. Please don't be afraid of going into the gym and lifting some weights, but of course start out slow. You won't going in there and taking the biggest weights that you can find. So go slowly. Just figure out, go by your own intensity to start with and get comfortable with it, and then gradually you progress. Okay, so that was all for now. Please comment below with your questions for next week, and also feel free to just open up a new comment and write your questions, and I'll answer them for you every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Take care.